Today we are in Boulevard Park, which is on the Historic National Registry, Historic Neighborhood Registry, Historic National Neighborhood Registry. It's on one of those registries of being one of the most historic neighborhoods in the United States. It is one of the most historic neighborhoods in Sacramento, one of the oldest neighborhoods in Sacramento. And honestly, sitting here on this front porch with my guy, I feel as though I have been transported to New Orleans. I know I always say that these homes make me feel like I'm somewhere else, but maybe that's one of the things that's magical about Sacramento is that there's so much personality and character in these homes that really no matter what vibe you're looking for, you will find it somewhere in Sacramento. And today, that's the New Orleans vibe. I promise the home tour is about to start, but I just wanted to pop in here real quick because I found a hidden room as I was locking up after our home tour. So stay till the very end for a little post-show reveal of what I found while walking up. Enjoy your tour. The street is pretty busy, so I'm not going to stand in the middle of the street for too long, but I did want to give you a sense of what the whole house looks like from the front. And then I'll turn you around and show you the street, and you can see all of these homes and why this neighborhood would be considered on the National Historic Registry for neighborhoods. Like maybe not all of them were built in the early 1900s, but I'm gonna say most of them. Maybe that's your one exception, is your neighbor. This home has a wrought iron gate all around. Look at the details. I'm just gonna point out the details. This is one funky home. You know I like my funky homes. And I'm gonna point out every single thing, such as the lions greeting you in the front. Now, lions are a symbol of wealth, posterity, protection. I also learned that lions are a symbol that your mortgage is paid off. So I guess that goes along with wealth and posterity of, hey everyone, I own this home free and clear. And some people put lions in their front yard for that purpose. Just a little fun fact in case you didn't know. This home is 2 stories plus a basement. So 2 stories plus a basement and is already zoned to be a duplex. So if you're looking to house hack, if you're looking to live on one level and rent out the top level or the bottom level or whatever level you're not gonna live on, then this home is already prepped for that. It's zoned for that. And the plumbing in the wall is ready to go to put a kitchen upstairs. There is not a kitchen upstairs right now. But if you wanted to make a duplex of this property, that is an option. I'm actually pretty thrilled that I get to show it to you not as a duplex. Look at these, the lights that they put in are all solar lights going up the walk here. We have the shiplap, what am I trying to say? We have the shiplap siding throughout the home, and also, gotta love the porch. And then the other thing that they did is most of the windows have been, here's a good example. Most of the windows have been updated. So like you can see, this is dual pane windows, new dual pane windows, but to follow historic guidelines. So everything maintains that historic look of the time period. This home was built in 1910. And so everything follows along with that. Let's give this front door a moment. Yes, love the red, but look at this knocker. I feel like we are warding off evil spirits. We have red for good luck. Okay, I know I've spent a lot of time outside. Let's waste no more time. Y'all want to see what the inside looks like. I can't wait to show you. Okay, so let's see. This window, I can see Yeah, it never opened. There's a spot here you can put a little curtain up there, but that is possibly, I mean, it's not original because it's not the wavy glass that I would expect, but it is, the glass might not be original, but the woodwork might be. Love that. And then I'm going to show you this entryway because you've got the coved ceilings, you've got all of the trim, and then look, I just want to show you how far the ceiling goes. Oh my gosh, I love it. I wish I had brought my measuring tape so that we could figure that out. Also, love this style of doing the what is it, stair runners, where I just feel like this is so much better for the wood than nailing in the stair runner all the way through. And then look at this. So they've updated the AC system, but they still have all of these original vents. So everything, I believe, still comes out of the vents, the original vents. How cool is that? And look at this quirkiness. Like, what are you going to do with that space? There's nothing you can do with it except collect hairballs from the animals, but it's still super cute. Hall closet, closet under the stairs. And then look at this. Your front parlor. There are double doors. Let's see. I'll close one of the doors for us. So there are, not to get ahead of myself, but there are stairs in the back. If you do ever make this a duplex, there are stairs in the back for access, but then you also have a door here and a door at the top of the stairs. So really you could also create like a communal entryway where people could come in through the front door, and you could make this a front door to a duplex, and then up there at the top of the stairs. I don't know. I am not like a designer, an architect, nothing like that. These are just ideas that go through my head. I love the glass pane on either side of the parlor door. And then into our front parlor, we'll call this the front parlor. And you can see again how this is updated. This is not original, but it is with the original style. So I do love that because I hate it when they put in new windows, which great, yay. I mean, energy efficient, whatever, but then it loses the look and the charm. So the fact that they kept the components makes me really happy. And then someone was noting last week that they were so sad that the floors were replaced in the property we toured last week. And so I just want to give these floors a moment. I don't think these are original. I'm like running my hand through and there's like, I cannot feel the grooves. Like I think that I don't think these are original. But, yeah, but I could be wrong. But they look more time period-esque than last week. And so hopefully it doesn't hurt your heart quite as much as last week's tour. And then my favorite little cozy corner. Look at this little nook. Oh, I haven't checked. It looks like you have storage under there too. Yeah. Heck yeah, you do. Love it. So our cozy corner nook. Love the coved ceilings in the nook. It's just like, that might be my favorite part of the whole house. You have, even though they have the modern light fixtures, they have the medallions on a lot of the ceiling lights, which is just fun. The trim, and then the fireplace they have redone. Yes, it's true. Oh, look, there's a new vent. Okay, so maybe the old vents don't work. I don't know. But there are vents there. They did do a modern facade but it still looks like it's a wood burning fireplace. So they didn't like get rid of it completely. And then the parlor doors leading into our back parlor. This is a Victorian era thing to have the parlor doors. You have the front parlor and the back parlor, and I'm still learning quite a bit about the different architectural styles. And for those of you who are architectural nerds and just have like tidbits of information that you can drop in the comments and you want to share with me, please do, because I love learning more so that I can be more knowledgeable the more videos I put out. But for now, we're going to look at the parlor doors. We have a front parlor and our back parlor. So the front parlor is for when guests would come, and that's where you're having like your afternoon tea or whatever. And then the back parlor would be more like your family room where the family hangs out. But I look at these, I'm looking to see, I see some bubbles in them. I don't think that they're not super wavy, so I don't think that they are 1910 glass, but how cool are these parlor doors with the glass all the way through? So fun. Wonder what you do with this latch. I don't know. I don't know. There's nothing there right now. Okay. There we go. And in. Okay. So this is, again, the back parlor. I feel that it might be better utilized as a dining room just because it is kind of grand. You have the beams on the top there. You have the bayed window, but you know, it looks good as a secondary living area. Nothing wrong with it. If you are moving to the Sacramento area, no matter what kind of home that you are looking for, please download my relocation guide. If you are from out of the area, I would love to share with you a breakdown of different neighborhoods, of different suburbs, of different places to eat and hang out and things to do in the Sacramento area. I have a free relocation guide. Feel free to download it. If you are well on your way to wanting to move to Sacramento and you need someone to guide you through the process, then schedule an exploration call with me. Let's talk about your move and your needs and see what we can find you that fits your vibe. Okay, so now we're starting to get into more like quirkiness. So they have this staged as the dining room. And these doors, I mean, they're just regular doors. But I'm looking at this, excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. Lost my voice earlier this week. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do a video this week. I was looking at the ceiling and I was like, I feel, because it's like 2 layers here, I feel like this might have been a back porch that maybe they enclosed in the last 140 years. I don't know. Again, these are all guesses, things that I think look at. Okay, but let's look at the detail again. So we've got the trim around the windows. You got the corner medallions and then the rope for down here. Yep. And then, yes, out the window, you're looking at the back stairs. So we talked about the back staircase that leads upstairs. Oh my gosh, they've got the intricate trim on this side too with the medallions and the columns. Yes, I would say very Victorian. Very Victorian. And there's not much of a backyard for this property, but if you are in Midtown, downtown, you're more about access to things and not living here in this area because of the yard space. Okay, so here's your downstairs bedroom. You've got, look, you still have coved ceilings. Somewhere along the lines, they built in a little closet wardrobe Didn't go all the way up to the ceiling, probably because it's coved ceilings. You've got the medallion up there. Still the big trim. I feel like, I'm looking at this trim over here, because I feel like someone just popped off. I feel like this at one point had like a different trim. Actually, the floor feels different in here. Let me feel. Yeah, it feels more like it could be, maybe not original, but older, like true hardwood. You can kind of see the difference here. So you see that? Where it's like, this feels like true hardwood. This feels like even the nail, like I'm confused because it has little nail spots, but I feel like it's vinyl. I think it's vinyl, but I could be wrong. Here is your kitchen. So you have a fully modernized kitchen. New range, dishwasher, plenty of counter space. I also like this little buffet. This would be like my little coffee buffet area. And then off of the kitchen is your laundry room. So again, see this ceiling has that same like double layer, which again makes me feel like this maybe was some sort of back porch. I don't know. And it's like odd, you've got some odd shapes too. Like we've got a little cove there. And then your downstairs bathroom, you've got a full shower. And just everything you need. Nothing fancy, decent size. Love that they have the crown molding. So that is downstairs. And next we're gonna go upstairs. And we'll go upstairs through the inside. And then we can walk down outside. We can walk down to get into the basement because we do have to see the basement as well. So again, just this stairway, you've got, look at these spindles. And everything is coved. The plaster walls. See how high up that goes? It's crazy. And so here I was telling you they have another door at the top of the stairs. So I don't know what code is as far as like how much of a step you need at the top of the stairs. Let me feel this floor. Oh yeah, that feels more original. Yes. Sorry, I'm like obsessed with the floors this week because they're confusing me. Anyway, there's your door at the top of the stairs. So, you know, if you wanted an upstairs, downstairs, but with interior. You know what I love about this property too is they have the coved ceilings throughout. So even upstairs, that coved ceiling continues. This is fun. Just this big old closet area. What do you think? This couldn't have always been a closet, right? Maybe it was a bathroom? I don't know. I feel like I heard something bang downstairs, but I'm gonna pretend that. No, no, there's nothing down there. We're good. Okay, here's your upstairs porch. We'll pick some fruit. People watch. You need a sangria up here. Aside from the cars, it really is so peaceful. And I'm sure you get used to the cars. Okay, here we go. Oh, and I love too that this store, hold on, I gotta fix my camera. Come on, readjust, there we go. Has glass on the top. All right, so we've got, let's see, we had the closet. So many doors. We have the porch. Those are the stairs. Open that door. Back up. What direction are we gonna go? So here is another bedroom. Character. Closet. Updated windows. And then across the way here, we have another bedroom. This one's bigger. This one over here did not have coved ceilings. This one does. This one has coved ceilings. It's a nice large bedroom. And then this is fun because you have, okay, so hold on. Let me back up. Okay. Let's sweep the bedroom. Ooh, so nice, so pretty. And then you have your closet, and you know that I love a closet with a window. So you've got your walk-through closet. I'm not gonna call it a walk-in closet, but it is a walk-through closet. And then do you see that medallion? That one reminds me of what might have been original in like the early 1900s. It's like very, ouch, dang it, just hit my head. Very embossed. It's very elegant, ornate is the word I'm looking for. Okay, so walk through closet, and now you have bedroom number 2, nursery, or whatever you want it to be. Cove ceilings, medallion. Look at, so we have another one of these Yale locks that I was dying over last week. This one's been painted over so many times, but it's that Yale lock. And so again, I feel like we've got what was a back porch out there that has been converted into an interior space. You've got the window and the door. So, you know, I mean, it's an old house. It's quirky. You're gonna get like the weird quirkiness of like a bedroom door with a window in it. But I also wanted to, so we're back out into the hallway. I wanted to show you the hall closet as well, because I love them. Let's see. It's just hard doing it one-handed. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Just looking how it was made. You know, I'm always looking for tongue and groove. If any of these drawers have tongue and groove, which I have not been lucky enough in Sacramento to experience that yet, but I have seen it in Southern California. Southern California is where I grew up, and I've mentioned it before, but I'm really drawn to these historic homes because it reminds me of the type of home that I grew up in. Hang on, it's gonna get loud for a second. Here, that light will work. That way we don't have to deal with that. Okay. It reminds me of the home that I grew up in because I grew up in a historic home. Not quite as grand as the ones that we find in Sacramento, but still very quirky and with character. And so I just feel like when it comes to sharing homes on the market in Sacramento, that is my niche to share on YouTube, because I'm really drawn to it. I love showing them off, and you guys like watching them. So it's a win-win. Okay, and then here is what I assume was a porch that has been framed in, but you know, who knows? Maybe it wasn't a porch. It just looks like a porch to me. What was I gonna note? Oh, I would assume that maybe one of these walls is one of the walls that they plumbed for a kitchen. But again, I'm not sure which wall. I just know that in one of the walls upstairs, there is plumbing in case you wanted to make it a kitchen. Look at these doors here. Look at, this is so fun. Okay. And then your drawstring. Get a kick out of it. Okay, that is the interior. Shall we go check out the basement? I think so. Let's go take a look. So this is your back porch. This is your back stairwell. I guess that's probably a better word for it than porch. And I just wanted to show you property line. So there's not a whole lot to the yard, but everything is walkable and accessible. And then you have, this is your back door here that leads into the laundry room. And then we're gonna go into the basement for a second and check that out. So let's go look in there. Okay. Oh, what's in here? Oh. Oh. Okay. This is the unfinished basement side. Okay. Oh, interesting. Look, that you can see the basement windows. Oh, it looks like that used to be where the door was, maybe. Huh. Well, this leads me to believe that what is now the bathroom and dining room, yeah, this is like, I don't think that that existed when this home was first built. There's further evidence that perhaps that was after the fact. Okay. Okay, close that. There we go. All right, this is where we're going today. Right in here. More red. Oh my gosh, you know what? I didn't even look. Oh my gosh, look at that. Was the front door like this as well? Look at the steamboat. How cute. So you got steamboat, what is that? Maybe magnolias? Oh, that's adorable. Okay, I did not, and look, it's got moss coming down. This is definitely Louisiana vibes. Like that's Mississippi River. Like we don't get moss like this in Sacramento. So someone else was trying to make this seem like the New Orleans, I guess opening the knob would help. New Orleans vibe. Okay, so we have a semi-finished basement down here. Okay, let's see. How are we gonna do this? Okay. So then, you know, anytime that we go into a basement, I'm like, well, you could finish it and make it into like a game room or something. This is what I mean. Like you can put sorry, anytime I hear something, I'm like, what was that? You can put a ceiling in. This is like a little storage room. What do we got going on? Storage room, they're storing all of their stuff from renovations in here. I was going to show you, this must have been one of the original clawfoot tubs. So you still have the clawfoot tub, which like, oh my gosh, it's like literal clawfoot. Do you see that? It's like an eagle's claw on a ball. And like, obviously, yes, it needed to come out from the bathroom, but that would be really fun to like use as like a flower pot or something, like put it out, I don't know, is that junky? Put it outside and put some flowers in it. I don't know, maybe that's junky. Okay, and 2 rooms. So if you need a game room, if you need a man cave, a she cave, and a he cave, look, you can see too, they already have 2 AC units for upstairs, downstairs. I think that's what I would do with this space, is a she cave, he cave situation. That's what I'm feeling. But that brings us to the end. That brings us to the end of, ouch, dang it. You have got to watch your head. Okay. Not to code, I'll tell you that. The things you have to think about when buying a home that was built in 1910. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for touring another home that is currently on the market in Sacramento. If you have any questions, please reach out, download my free relocation guide, or if you're thinking about buying in the Sacramento region, then let's schedule a call and talk about what your needs are, and hop on a Zoom and get going on your house hunting journey. Whether you're here for the content or you are here because you're considering a move, thank you for being here once again and hanging with me, and I will see you next week. Just when we thought we were done, I have a little bonus for you. As I was locking up, I realized that this door didn't really seem like it accessed anything that we had seen, and so I was like peeking through the crack, and I realized that the keys I had for this property had one key that said padlock, and sure enough, this door had a padlock on it. So, do you want to see what's inside this padlocked door? Hang on, let me show you. You guys, it's a hidden wine room. How cool is this space? Look, it's not big, but you know how I was saying, make a man cave and a she cave and a he cave? Well, apparently someone already had that idea and turned this space into a wine cellar. So, I think this is just the coolest little space, hanging out with your friends. There's not much to it, but it is just a little hidden room that I discovered after the fact that I wanted to show off. Okay, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.